And now that it's dead, we go over and pick up our Mega Aid Kit. This is kind of like the regular heal kits, except it heals 100 HP to the entire party. Think of it roughly equivalent to the Mega Elixir of the Final Fantasy series, or whatever your preferred series is. That's pretty much what it is. It doesn't heal you all the way, but it does heal a decent amount to your entire party. Discarding some junk because it doesn't sell for very much, and, well, we can use that slot. At the very least, I can always just sell that heal potion for about as much as those junk anyway. So no big deal. You're going to have to forgive my wandering around a little bit. It's been quite a while since I played this game and I didn't play through this section beforehand, so I'm kind of confused about where the fuck I'm supposed to be going half the time. And the other half, I'm just going with my standard RPG instincts of checking every nook and cranny, which may or may not bite me in the ass in the long run, because holy fuck, this game has a timer. Fucking timers. Yes, this game is actually on a timer. Did you not realize that? Oh, you do now. And devolve. Fucking devolves. These guys, I'm pretty sure you can steal the wild swing skill from these things. It's not the most useful skill in the world, so don't worry if you don't get it. Actually, you probably don't even need to pick up half the skills in this game. I know I probably won't. But yes, you can pick up the wild swing from them. You're going to need an extra inventory space though, which I don't have. And fuck no, I'm not getting rid of all my healing items just so I can pick up a really useless skill. Once again, try to keep them far away, which is kind of hard to do because this guy has ridiculous movement range. You can kind of use Lin to decrease his movement range a little bit, or try to constantly kick him back and hit him out of the way with her gun skills, with Lin's gun skills. But regardless, this guy is going to continuously walk up to you and whack you. Make sure to use heal kits frequently. You don't need to worry about losing turns out of it. Seriously, use your fucking heal kits. Don't walk around with less than, I don't know, 4/5 health. Okay? If you have less than 4/5 health, just waste the heal kit. It's not going to cost you that much to replace it. And towns are never more than a half hour away. You'll do fine. Seriously though, this guy is probably one of the hardest enemies you're going to fight for a little while yet. It would have been a lot easier if I had set up a couple of traps, or gotten the first strike off, or really planned things out here. But he got the jump on me, and as is typical of this game, if you don't plan your things in advance, the enemies have a nasty habit of really fucking you up. So be prepared for that shit. It's either hit first, or get the fuck kicked out of you. And the one time I actually managed to successful steal, fuck, what the hell? It manages to fuck up somehow. But whatever, I'm just going to give for you an armor boost. Extra defense, less damage. There's no point in holding on to a lot of these items. You only have limited space in your item locker. You have extremely limited space in your inventory. And as far as the inventory goes, I really recommend carrying healing items above all else. So don't be afraid to use up your items. Really, saving them isn't going to help anybody. Unless it's a very important item, or you don't really need to worry about getting to your item locker. Just use it up. Come on, use it up. Also, pay a little bit of attention to these things. Notice where the armband and footband is. Footband? Really? Is that a proper term? It is now. I just invented that word. Footband. There we go. Is on these guys, and take a little bit of a look at Nina. Is this foreshadowing? You bet your ass it is. Not that you probably haven't already figured out what the deal with Nina is anyway. Especially since, well, come on, she's wanted by a group of Genix. Come on. and some extra items for our trouble. And yes, equipment uses up inventory slots. Seriously, fuck this game sometimes. You always have to choose what you want to bring. But I always have to throw away items I'd rather use rather than throw away. Ah well. And that was behind the D door, so we can't go in there. And this is another D ratio door. They're all over the fucking place. D ratio doors are pretty frequent in this game. The highest D ratio you need for a door, I think, is 1256, which isn't too hard to get. At least I think it's 1256. But even then, 1024 should get you pretty much everything as well, I think. I don't know what my D ratio is, and I'm expecting it to be pretty low when I complete this game. It's been a while, and this is a fresh file, and I'm trying not to exploit anything. Plus, I'm saving frequently since this is an LP, and it's not going to feel good if I have to redo shit over and over. Seriously, fuck that noise. So yes, if you want to be like, ha ha ha, I had a higher D ratio than you, or ha ha ha, you suck at this game, go fuck yourself right now. Seriously, fuck yourself. Fuck yourself to death. I don't fucking care. I'm just trying to get through this shit. If I get a decent D ratio, that's fine. But I'm not really aiming for that. Hitting the ending is enough for me. Although, New Game Plus, fucking optional dungeon, all that shit. Oh joy. Just what I need. The fucking pain of it all. Yes, Lynn's line of sight can be a little bit weird. Sometimes the weirdest shit can actually block her from seeing things. And hermits apparently have better AI than a lot of the regular enemies, since they actually avoid the magic circles. Well, usually. Okay, just rarely. But we have Jolt, so it's all good. We also have abilities that allow us to kick them into fire. Kicking people into fire. It is such a lovely way of killing things. Yes, Ryu, you know all about kicking things into fire. Of course, Lynn's movement range comes back to fuck us in the ass. Oh well, such is the life of a ranged attacker. She actually can't just walk in to wherever she feels like. She has to be slow and take forever to get anywhere. But it's okay because she can attack from range. Or so they say. Also, I question why a society like this would give hunters guns, rangers guns, and shit like that. Or why it would give them swords instead of guns. We have Lynn, who is carrying around a gun. We have other characters that are carrying around guns. But Ryu uses a sword. I don't fucking understand this. This treasure chest right here annoys the fuck out of me because I have no fucking clue where the key was. I actually went back and checked the fact later. Turns out you're not supposed to be able to open that yet, but it fucking grinds on my conscience while I was paying. And a Juju, which you really fucking need. Seriously, pick these fucking things up as soon as possible. I don't care what you have to throw away. These are so fucking worth it. Especially when you give them to Nina. Especially when it's this early in the game. And fucking hermits dropping from the ceiling. Enemies dropping from the ceiling is a bit of a theme of this game. It's just there to reinforce the fact that they're in a fucking tunnel and there is a ceiling above them at all times. Seemingly. But I really fucking hate how you're just walking down the hallway and not paying attention, and all of a sudden some shit drops down on top of you from above. Death from a fucking above. God fucking damn it. These fucking hermits. Really hate hermits. Not Kermit though. Kermit is okay. Well, mildly. I still think he's a fucking idiot. But, whatever. doors everywhere, optional areas everywhere, and checking the map because bitches always have to check maps. This time I'm going to be prepared for this devolve. Watch how much smoother this goes compared to last time. A couple bombs, some fresh meats, or not, and Lynn just whacking it from a distance. You might not be able to see it too well, but when you place the bomb down, it kind of has this very thin red wire frame around the area where it will detonate. And if you set a bunch of bombs close to each other, you can actually set off a chain detonation. You're going to see this in a second here when I actually manage to lure it into things. But just because I feel like being a complete bastard, I'm setting up the ultimate death trap. We have bombs, we now have fire. And if he gets close, we also have bullets, swords, and lightning. That thing doesn't stand a fucking chance. I just gotta piss it off a little bit and make it run towards me. A couple of shots to the face should suffice. Of course, telling it to stay there probably wasn't a good idea. Seemingly, whatever Lynn says while she's firing her gun adds effects to her bullet, which is probably why her ability is called language skills. I bet she has really good oral skills. Look at her. I bet she does. She's probably really, really good with that tongue. Hey, she's less than 10% girl, or 10% animal. It's not furry. But hey, I prefer Nina, because those legs are delicious. And bear food. Everyone has to enjoy bear food. Yeah, I've now resorted to hitting on the female cast. Hey, I'm not the only one. Gare totally was making comments about Lynn's delicious tail. She does have a nice tail. I bet she can do kinky stuff with that in the bedroom. I bet she's jerked off guys with that tail. I would come on that tail. And no, the dungeons don't really have a whole lot of objects you can interact with. But due to force of habit, I try anyway. Because that's just how I play games. I don't have to make sense, I just have to get through the game. Charge shot out of nowhere. Why did I do this? Fucked if I know. Really, I don't fucking know what the fuck I'm doing. Seriously. Don't look to me to actually know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just wandering the fuck around at this point. Trying to figure out what the fuck's going on here. Seriously, this room right here annoys the fuck out of me. Because I feel like there's something in here I'm supposed to do, but I keep forgetting what. But no, it turns out I'm not actually forgetting anything. This is all important later! No, it's just a fucking, you know... wow, I just completely forgot what term I was going to use. Anyway, it's one of those pointless things where it's supposed to look important, and it is eventually. But no, right now, you're just pointlessly looking at it. Fucking ants everywhere. And to make matters worse, these aren't even the worst ants. So here I'm going for a little bit of a strategy, creating a choke point at the door, going to put down some traps here, and lure the ants in, just out of their movement range as well. So even if they want to try to attack me, they're stuck. They can't move that far. So I could sit here and stockpile AP, and gradually lure them in, and weaken them with gunshots, while they're stuck outside of the door, unable to hit me. It's awesome to exploit movement ranges. Really, do that. It helps. Makes this game a lot easier. That's for damn sure. And this game can be a little bit hard. Just a little bit, but whatever. I am really stretching for topics here. What should I do now? Should I lab on about the Breath of Fire series more? Should I explain why Dragon Quarter is and is not good? Okay, well, I'll do that, I guess. So one thing that kind of separates this game from the other ones, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, this game uses a more tactical system. They refer to it as the PET system. You just know somebody on the Breath of Fire series staff was totally into animals or something. They named it the fucking PET system. It stands for something awesome, but I don't recall what. But I'm just going to call it PEDS because that's the abbreviation they use for it. It's a lot closer to the sort of RPG system you'd find from maybe Tri-Ace or, I don't know, some of the other companies. Yeah, a couple of them, which are suddenly not coming to mind because, holy fuck, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. But yes, this is quite different from the typical series stuff, which used more classic turn-based stuff. We're talking Dragon Warrior stuff, which I really think is the major inspiration from that whole thing. Although there's a little bit of Street Fighter in here too. Well, with Ryu being the protagonist, and occasionally some members of the Street Fighter series drop by to say hi. Not in this one, of course, but in some of the other games, they pop up as various Easter eggs and shit. Chun-Li, for instance, popped up in 2 during a pretty unusual sequence. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. I'm guessing they were all on drugs. That's usually my explanation for why video games are weird. The staff was obviously on drugs. Really. I mean, giant ants. And that's something that really fucking bothered me. The bomb detonated as soon as it hit the ground. I've never seen that happen before. It's like the bomb thinks it's dynamite. You are not dynamite, bomb. You are a bomb. You're supposed to hit the ground and then explode when I activate you. You are not dynamite. You do not activate on impact, like dynamite. Speaking of which, what kind of shitty dynamite activates on impact? Wasn't the whole point of dynamite that it doesn't explode when you, like, shake it around and shit? I mean, it's dynamite. You're supposed to be able to do whatever the fuck you want with it and not have it explode. That was the whole point of dynamite. Alright, what the hell? Wouldn't it make more sense to just give them, like, random explosives or something? I also like how you can set fire down in a huge area around a bomb and not have the bomb go off. Even though the bomb is one of those cartoony ones with the huge fuse and all that stuff. What's the fucking deal with that? Oh, Capcom, you will never make fucking sense ever. Plus, the fashion in the low ground areas. Obviously very weird. Lynn doesn't get much second looks with her weird blue catgirl outfit thing going on here. And the standard ranger uniform is apparently complete with glow sticks all over the fucking place, including the headband. Emergency, the door is locked. Well, I guess there's a good reason for that. Like, oh, I don't know. Giant motherfucking ants? Yes, yes, am I right? Giant motherfucking ants? Don't you all love giant motherfucking ants? Yeah, giant motherfucking ants all up in this bitch. Seriously, giant motherfucking ants. Goddamn. This guy, do not get close. I know I got close there to detonate bombs, and there was a good reason for that. But getting close to this guy, bad fucking idea, and you're going to see why in a moment here. He does ridiculous damage. Ridiculous fucking damage with those huge motherfucking pincers he has. Or is it a she? I don't know. I'm going to call it a he, just because I feel like doing that. I also feel like setting out traps even though this guy will never walk into them because he's too smart for that shit. These ants are surprisingly smart, and we're going to be seeing quite a bit of them. Mostly because they come into play with one of the mini-games. Yes, this game has mini-games. Yes, I'm going to end up having to play them. Yeah, see, 79 damage. that is a lot of damage. That's over half health right there. Not good to get close to this guy. He hates fighting in close. So just wear him down with Jolt and Lynn's ranged attacks. And all should be well. You don't have to worry about rushing through. It's not like the time limit is really activated right now. It's still mostly deactivated. Mostly. Ryu going into fire so he could protect Nina. Of course, Nina's all like, fuck that, I don't need to be protected, and walks into the fire herself. It all makes no goddamn sense. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing half the time. Somebody stop me. And yes, that sound will eventually grate on your nerves. Fuck you, Lynn. Why do you have to be so goddamn vocal? Seriously, we have a mostly silent protagonist, we have a fucking mute in our party, and you have to make up for that by not shutting up when you're attacking. Hello, 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 hello. She sounds like some sort of Islamic terrorist, which I wouldn't be surprised, since she is a member of Trinity, and they are a terrorist organization. Although they're good terrorists, because video game terrorists can only be evil if they're in a first-person shooter. In all other cases, they have to be the good guys. Mostly because Japan seems to love terrorists. I don't quite get it, but hey. It's Japan. Does anybody get Japan? No? Didn't think so. Oh, by the way, I'm cutting these videos into larger chunks due to the fact that our YouTube channel was recently upgraded to allow us to upload larger videos. Fuck yes. However, I know some of you may be laxed in time, and with my boring commentary, you probably don't want to sit down and watch this thing for prolonged periods of time and all that stuff. So, what should I do? Should I continue uploading in roughly 20-minute chunks? Should I go larger? Should I go smaller? I don't fucking know. I'm probably going to keep going with 20-minute chunks if nobody says anything. So yeah. And here we have a bunch more of these things, but they are stuck and they don't move around. And is it just me, or is this the creepiest fucking thing ever? This is the fucking creepiest room in the goddamn game. With some very possible exceptions. They're just sitting there. They're so powerful they could wipe us out if they all jumped on us at once. But they're just standing there looking at us. They aren't even moving. They're just staring. Their heads moving around. It's so fucking creepy. Seriously, fucking hate those things. I'm kind of scared that they would like take revenge on me for killing their friend. Welcome to Junk Sector. Welcome to Junk City. Yeah, this is a city made inside of the dumps of the low sector. They pretty much scavengers and shit. A long time ago, the world didn't have a ceiling. We had what we called the sky. My grandma's stories are so damn long. Ah, fuck. A phone call right in the middle of the video. Well, the video is pretty much over. I'm just going to drop the save here at the telecoder, and that'll be the end of that.